Okay, so our next video is about dress rehearsal. This will probably be a little bit longer than the other videos so that I can answer all the usual questions that we have. Dress rehearsal is designed for your children to get familiar with the stage. That is what we want most for them, is for them to feel comfortable and familiar. So for our younger students, we bring them out on the stage, we show them where their numbers are, they rehearse their routine once, and that is their dress rehearsal. Some helpful hints for dress rehearsal is you received this printout. It's on the wall of the studio as well. On it, it says the class time, the name of your child's routine, and then in yellow over here, I don't know if you can see that, in yellow over here, the approximate times for the dress rehearsal. We will be starting at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. We will be finishing about 8:30. So in a day that is as long and as structured and as scheduled as that, it's important for us to stay on track and on time. For that reason, we cannot repeat routines for anyone that is late. We cannot go back and forth because the schedule is set in a way that gives the students ample time for changes. It's this amazing puzzle that somehow just comes together. If on your child's class time it says moved, like for instance, number 3 right here has a little asterisk that says moved. And of course, I think that's going to be backwards on this video, but you'll get the point. That means that the place where it's listed right now is the place it will rehearse. It was moved from the original schedule that was sent out, a month or two ago. That was kind of our first rough draft. So where it is now in the schedule that I sent you on the Thursday of dress rehearsal, the Thursday of April vacation, is where your classes will be performing. Their dressing room is also on this. Okay. There are 5 dressing rooms, I believe. So your children should go to the dressing room that's been assigned to them on this paper. It may be different at recital time, which was also included in that packet, because the show is not done in order, and we want to make sure that everybody has elbow room. But pay attention to the dressing room that your children should be in, because that is where the runners, who are the people that go and get the classes to bring backstage, will look for your child. So if your child is in a different dressing room, the runners will not know that, and they will not come get them to get on the stage. Please come early. Leave time for parking, getting into the building, getting settled in the dressing room, putting your shoes on, etc. If your child is scheduled for 12 o'clock, do not pull into the parking lot at 12 o'clock, because you will probably miss their only chance to rehearse. Okay? Give yourself at least 15-20 minutes. And be patient on dress rehearsal day as we share dressing rooms. Dress rehearsal is much more chaotic than recital, so do not judge the organized chaos of dress rehearsal by what will be a recital. We are trying to fit the entire 540 cast into an 8-hour day for dress rehearsal. So be patient, be stress-free, go and enjoy, and allow your children the opportunity to be prepared and dance on the stage. As I mentioned in previous videos, labeling your costumes is super important. Layering your tights will also save time, energy, and frustration. And what I mean by that is, If you are in a tap ballet jazz class, you probably have pink tights for ballet and tan or black tights sometimes for tap and jazz. If you have tan for tap and jazz and pink for ballet, it is best and wise for you to put your tights on, your tan tights on your body, on your skin, and then put on your pink tights or strip away your pink tights as needed over those tan tights. That helps for numerous reasons. Number one, you get very hot and sweaty, and it's really hard to get tights on and off when you're sweaty. And number two, you will never have to be bare. So you will get, keep your tan tights on as a base, put your pink on over, and take them off as needed. Really, really helpful hint. Once you do it, you'll understand why it's a good idea. Please bring your children to the restrooms before you leave them with us on dress rehearsal day, just so that that's one less thing that we have to worry about. Your dress rehearsal is a full dress rehearsal. Hair, makeup, costume, tights, shoes, exactly as it will be worn on recital day. That is the only way for you to know that everything works the way that it should. So please plan ahead. Do not forget their shoes. If you make a checklist and go over it as you pack your bag the night before to make sure that you have everything, we will not, as you can imagine, we have so many things that we need to bring to dress rehearsal. Extra shoes and tights is not going to be some of those things we bring. So I suggest to you, make sure you have your dance bag that has your shoes in it, and it's really a good idea to pack extra tights as well. Even if they're not brand new, just having their class tights as a backup will really be helpful in case you need it. We plan on running on time. We do our best to make sure that that happens. In the event that something goes wrong and we're delayed a little bit, we ask that you be patient. We're doing the best that we can, and hopefully that you've made your dress rehearsal day a day that can be non-stressful for you, so that you don't have functions to go to before and after, or in the case that you do have to do that, you understand that we are doing the best that we can. But our first priority is making your children feel comfortable that day. We do not want to wait for students, so please, coming a few minutes ahead of this schedule will be really, really super helpful. Last year, we had to keep waiting because if we said that they were on at 4 o'clock and at 3:45 we were ready to start that 4 o'clock section, if not everybody was there, we waited. I scheduled it in a way this year that we should not be having to wait if we're running a little bit early, but there is a possibility we could be running a little bit early, so make sure that you, and by early I mean about 15 minutes, not hours, so be on time. As someone once told me that early is on time is late, so be prepared for that. And I know that everybody's doing the best they can, and there's first communions and there's weddings and soccer games and softball and all of that stuff, and I know that you're doing the best you can. Just please be aware that we're doing the best we can too. It is best that you not bring a lot of people to dress rehearsal, just because it should be quiet, and the more people, the more chaos. So if you have to bring extra people, we're not going to tell you you can't. But it might be a good idea if you have a young toddler to maybe get some help that day so that you can concentrate on your dancer. The chaperones are not required to change your children or help them at all on dress rehearsal day. So that is the job of the parents alone. Okay, you are welcome and encouraged to take as many photos, videos, as you want on dress rehearsal day. And I do ask that you share them with me. I did not get the photo taking gene, so it's not something that I do or I remember to do, but I love seeing your photographs, so please share them with me. Let me see. I'm looking at the list that you got for dress rehearsal hints. I think that pretty much covers everything. Although there is a grand finale that the entire cast is a part of, we do not rehearse that finale. So once your child is done rehearsing all of their routines, you are free to go. You do not have to wait around. You do not have to be, we will not dismiss you. We will not say, okay, Saturday at 10 o'clock class, you are dismissed. But when you're done rehearsing your routines, you are free to go and enjoy the rest of your day. You do not need to let us know that you're leaving once you're done. Please be aware that there is no eating in the auditorium. We want to keep that clean. We want to be welcome. And so please just abide by the rules of the auditorium as well. And I think that's it for dress rehearsal. If you have any questions at all or feel like I've missed something, please bring it to my attention. Do not feel like you're being rude by doing so. Okay? I want you may think of things that I might not think of, and I'm not in the role of the parent of the dancer. I'm in the role of the organization of the entire event, so I may not notice things that you do notice. So please, 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 if I've forgotten anything, or if you feel like you have a helpful hint that will help other moms and dads, pass it along. I am more than open to take any suggestions. Something that is extremely important and actually becomes an issue every single year is that there are no male dancers, parents, siblings allowed in the female dressing rooms. Every year, that's something that gets brought to my attention in the middle of a very, very busy dress rehearsal or recital that I'm trying to run. So I am asking you to please be aware of that. We will have a separate boys dressing room this year, and I will be actually reaching out to all the moms of the parents of the boys to give some helpful hints privately. But dads, I'm sorry, you cannot go in the female dressing rooms. So if you are taking your child to dress rehearsal, if a dad or an uncle or grandfather is taking your child to dress rehearsal and you need to change them and get them with their classes, please let us know and we will direct you to the place where you can dress your children. But it can't be, the dressing rooms are not co-ed, and we do have dancers that that need that privacy. So thank you, and I'm looking forward to a very wonderful and smooth dress rehearsal next week.